one of the things I wanted to talk about is a characteristic that I think is unique to NAC, in that we seem to embrace really diverse perspectives on projects, on how we do things, on decision making, everything. And much of that diversity comes from the breadth of the people that are with us. And so you represent some of that diversity, and your history might be revealing to a lot of people.
As you know, I grew up in Switzerland and graduated from the Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich. So I have a very long and complex background. I like to say that I always was taking the road less traveled. How else would I end up in Spokane?
Right.
So after graduation, I wanted to see the world a little, and came over to this country with the idea of spending 1 or 2 years here and then go back. I was working in California when a firm in Spokane advertised for an architect, and I applied for it and got the job, and that's how I got to Spokane. I won a statewide competition for the design of a chapel for the federal penitentiary on the coast.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I started my own office. But then I felt I was a little limited as a sole proprietor. Was also a little bit afraid of, can I continue this all by myself? And so when Ron Tan and Dale Bookey started their firm, I suggested that we join our forces, and we formed TBK.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the school district 81 wanted to hire somebody for a big school project of 13 elementary schools, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The firm of ECI came to see us and asked whether we wanted to make a joint venture for that job. And then after that, TSG came to see us and asked whether we would want to form a joint venture. And so we said, well, why not put all three together? And so we formed Northwest Architectural Company as a joint venture. But eventually we felt that we had to form something more permanent rather than just have a joint venture, and we decided to get together with TSG and continue the name of Northwest Architectural Company, and that's when we finally got this firm going. It was a good experience for me because before I was pretty much a loner doing just my own work, and here I worked on larger projects, and I could be the partner in charge of the design of a project, and then have another partner do the managing of the project. And that freed me up to really do the design work, and it worked out quite well. And then we added the Seattle office, which was really a little bit of an audacious thing. I mean,
Yeah.
We started that office without having any work over there. We just thought it was a good idea. And so it took a long time to make that efficient. Then things really started working and growing after I was gone. So.
Something I've observed is that the payoff is rarely, in my terms and at least, financial. The payoff has been in the excitement of a career that is robust. And that's something that NAC has been able to provide.
Yeah. Well, we are in a very interesting profession, and I don't know that I would want to do anything else. It's just fascinating because we cover so many things. It's always challenging, and it's always interesting.
Because you've been involved with the firm for a long time and stayed connected, what is your impression of NAC today?
Well, it looks like a very successful firm. Yeah, and you're doing good work. I mean, it's great to see. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can talk about the sort of your son Tom being a legacy of you, in a way. What kinds of wisdom did you impart to him that led to maybe the success he is today?
I don't know about that. You know, he has been very careful to be his own person rather than the father's boy. So he always made a point of not talking too much about that.
Sure.
And it was a breakthrough just recently in his latest book. It's a big book of his work. He wrote handwriting, "Dad, it all started with you." That was kind of a breakthrough.
Yeah, it made you feel great, I'm sure.
Yeah. But of course, I'm very proud of his work. It's fantastic.
It is. Yeah. Well, thanks for being with us, Moritz. I think we've learned that nobody's an island. We kind of we build off the past. We build off our history, and you were an important force in our history. You've led us to value design excellence, and that has become a core to everything we do. And so, thank you.
Well, and I'm glad that this keeps going, you know, that it's nice to see that my work was not in vain. That's really the payoff to a life well lived.
Right.